Oh man, these things are fire! Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Food Experience. Today's experience, I have some beer battered onion straws, strings, tanglers, whatever you want to call them. I have a good recipe that I found. In fact, I already made them. These are truly incredible. I'm going to put a link down in the description back to Simply Whisked. The basis of this came from them. I did a couple changes, but not much. You'll see. Anyhow, without further ado, let's go ahead and get it going. First, I'm putting together a dipping sauce using a half a cup of mayo, couple tablespoons of ketchup, couple teaspoons of Cajun seasoning, tablespoon of lemon juice, couple cloves of garlic, a pinch of coarse salt. Whisk it all together till everything is very well combined and smooth. So that's going to be creamy, tangy, garlicky, got a little bit of zip. I think it's going to be a great sauce. Once everything's well combined, you could move it into a ramekin. And that'll make for some great dipping sauce. I will put plastic wrap over it and then into the refrigerator it goes. The recipe calls for Vidalia onions, although we do not have them out here in California, at least not at the store I went to. So I went with the yellow onion. And I'll try to use the mandolin to slice it. That's what we're looking at. Fairly thin slice. I think it'll work good for this application. And what I'll do ahead of time is separate the rings here. You could even cut these in half so that they're not perfect circles like some of these already are, which is great. Different places call them different things. I know some restaurants call them onion tanglers, other restaurants onion straws, and some places onion strings. Next, in a large bowl, you want a half cup of all-purpose flour, a half teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of coarse salt, and I have a half teaspoon once and a half teaspoon twice. 1 large beaten egg, and 6 ounces of beer. I'm using Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. Also, I think I'll add a bit of Cajun seasoning in there. Certainly can't hurt. Whisk that all together. You want to whisk it together until everything is smooth and well combined. If it seems too thin, you could add a little bit more flour to the mix, but you don't want it to be too thick. And I went with a light amount of flour when I measured it. That being said, I'm adding a couple tablespoons more. Unlike doing breaded wings, you won't have to make a dredge this way. You just dip in here and goes right into the hot oil. Speaking of which, we need to get that ready. And that's looking pretty darn good, I think. I've not done this before, but to me that seems like the consistency you want. Next, in a large stock pot or Dutch oven, you want a few cups of oil, and you want it to definitely get past the bottom of the thermometer. I could even lower my thermometer a little bit. It wasn't really at the bottom. That should be good. Next, turn on a medium-high heat. You want to wait for the oil to reach 375 degrees on your thermometer. Okay, it's right at 375 at the moment. I had to actually turn the stove off because this stove is rather aggressive even on low. But let's put a bunch of them in there. Got a little hot there for a second. That's why it's good to have long tongs. Temperature dropped a little bit, which is good. And now I can turn it back on. Oh, these are going to be tangled. That's cool. I like that idea. Oh yeah, nice and brown. I don't know if you guys could see, but these are looking good. And on the paper towel they go. And I know there's a certain barbecue joint that does it like that. They're kind of like connected together, just like the way mine were. I might actually just leave it like that. It's a good idea. Okay, those look like they're good to remove. All right, now I'm doing a much bigger batch, folks. See if I could zoom in on that for you. Just let them go kind of a couple minutes per side. Kind of check them as you're going. But now that I put it more in there, they're going to take a little bit longer to cook. Temperature dropped a little bit as well, probably around 320. Should still be fine though. Just take a second longer. Okay, these are the ones I put in first. Oh yeah. Turn these over. Oh yeah. Looking groovy. Okay, that little set looks good. This is almost good. Make sure to drain the oil good, folks. But I am dropping them onto paper towels that you don't really see. I've already eaten a bunch and they are so addicting. I'll just tell you that. That's what I made so far and they are just so good. All right, let's add some more. And some more. There we go, got a nice big batch going. Temperature is still a bit over 300, which is good. Oh yeah, this batch is gonna be all stuck together. And I'm okay with that. This set I might want to get with the spoon. Drain them out and onto the paper towel. Gonna let that heat up a bit more, finish them off, and join you guys back at the table, and we'll try these along with that awesome sauce. And yeah, let's just do it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here I am with the beer battered onion rings with the accompanied sauce that I made earlier. Oh, I could just tell you right now, these things are incredible. And you know how I cooked some of them together? They really managed to stay together quite well, which is great when you want to dip these things. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The sauce is so nice and creamy, but it's also got a little sweetness and quite a bit of a tang. There's some sour note from the lemon. You get the Cajun spices that I put in there. Man, these are good. And even without the sauce. These are truly better than when I had them in different restaurants. I've been to a few different barbecue spots that serve things like this, and they're never quite this good. They're almost as good, but these are definitely lighter. And they're definitely seasoned well. I'm glad that I put that Cajun seasoning in the flour mixture because I think it really upped it to the next level. So whether you like them with the sauce, without the sauce, it's up to you. Either way, both of these items totally rock. And again, look at my description. I'll have a link back to Simply Whisked where I found the basis of this recipe. Check out theirs. All I can say is super easy to do. It may take a little bit of time, but totally worth the end results, you know? This is better than buying anything frozen and reheating it up. You can just tell this is fresh, you know? So that's about it for right now, folks. And I hope you guys enjoyed this experience of beer battered onion straws, strings, things, tanglers, whatever you want to call them, here on The Food Experience. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, drop me a line below. I thoroughly enjoy hearing from you. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I got all kinds of good things coming up. And until next time, have a stellar day. Be excellent. And most of all, remember me, I'm KJ Andy O, your Food Experience host with the most. Y'all take care, and I'll see you next time.